This is DMG and welcome to 7D System, and in this video we're going to continue our series on storytelling in RPGs with The Gateway. So even though we call this the gateway, it need not literally be a gateway. It could be any kind of impediment. So essentially this is a barrier to the party progress along the narrative thread. It's something that gets in their way that they have to get around or solve or get through in order to pass through to the next stage of the story. So it's the first major hurdle in the story, and it's where the gears begin to shift as we move from the first act into the second act. From here, the party should be invested completely in completing the narrative, the quest. Now, there are so many options that you can use here. It really depends on your story and your players, what they've been doing as to what best fits this situation in order to create this impediment they need to get through. But to put it simply, the gateway is a test, a very simple test. It can be of moderate difficulty, but it is something that the characters should be capable of getting past without a huge amount of effort. So it can be almost anything, including, organic puzzles, combat, sticky situations, all these kinds of things. If you are going to use a puzzle, it's better to be an organic puzzle. We've talked about this in a previous video. A mechanical puzzle is one where the players have to figure out the solution, and you've given them a riddle or something like that. That's something the players are using their heads, whereas an organic puzzle is something where the characters are using their skills to actually overcome this problem. So rather use organic puzzles than mechanical puzzles. But it is very important that the party is capable of completing this test. So it mustn't be something that's super difficult, that there's only a slim chance that they'll be able to do it. They must reasonably be able to actually finish this and actually get past it. So you need to give the players plenty of opportunities, plenty of options. You really, as the director or GM, you need to really be helping them along at this point in the story, with little tidbits here and there that will help them get over this hurdle. So by way of example of this, the group has to rescue the farmer's daughter. So the farmer's daughter is down in a valley, and there's one way into the valley, and that way is blocked by a very large bear that is beyond the capability of the players to actually attack and kill. However, this bear is busy eating some honey or something like that, and they can sneak by. It's not terribly difficult to sneak by or make some other plan of getting around or distracting the bear or something to that effect. So using relatively simple skills to bypass this obstacle. Another example could be that the adventuring party have to find a special chalice that's been stolen from the king's inventory, and we know that it's been taken into a cave by some evil brigands. And the party has traveled through the wilderness and have come to the cave, but unfortunately there has been a very large subsidence, and all the ground by the mouth of the cave has dropped down by 60 feet. So now they have to figure out how are they going to get across this gap and into the cave entrance. So the gap becomes the impediment, whereas in the previous version it was the bear. Here it's a non-threatening thing. It's just an organic puzzle that needs to be solved. But in both these cases, the party is going to be a little bit hesitant to go back, because they're going to have to renegotiate this subsidence, or they're going to have to get past the bear again, which may not be so simple the second time. So this is where it creates that sort of barrier, a permeable layer they can get through, but coming back may be difficult, and so they will think twice about going backwards. Of course, that brings us to the end of the introductory act, and then we move into the trials act. And that's what we're going to start talking about in the next video, which is the tests. So I urge you to subscribe to this channel so you will see future videos, and if you like this video, click the like button. If you'd like to support these videos, check out patreon.com/7D System, and you can see me on social media, Facebook and Twitter. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.